Yo guys, so it's day one, early 6 a.m. mass blast. What I'm gonna do is take 3 IUs of GH and 5 units of insulin, and then I'm gonna wait like 20-30 minutes, and then I'm gonna have breakfast. Morning weight, 197. So I'm not a huge eater right upon the wake up, so gonna have a couple Greek yogurts, and then I'll wake up in a little bit and have a shake. All right, so now it's time to take some meds, some heart meds like fish oil and CoQ10, and then I'm gonna have a shake. The shake consists of 2 full eggs, a bunch of egg whites as the liquid. I use frozen blueberries, half a banana, half a scoop of whey protein, a nice amount of rice cereal, puffed rice I use, and then there's going to be just a little bit of water in there and milk to fill up the rest of the spaces to make it a nice liquefied shake. The puffed rice blends very well. I'll be doing a lot of these through this blast. All right, so I just got up from a little nap. It's about 11:15. Just fed the cats, and now I'm gonna figure out what I'm having for my next meal. And yeah, I had my TB500 BPC 157. I just finished off that, so I'm all done with that. You can use my code MASS for a discount at Somachems, 20% off. So yeah, I'll talk about my cycle a bit now. A lot of people are gonna hate on this part, but Synthosculpt in the arms. 3 cc's in the outer bicep, 3 cc's in the inner bicep, each side. Outer bicep, back day, inner bicep, arm day. Simple. 2 days, 6 cc's. And then the injections of the gear, I'm gonna be doing in my triceps. Switching off between triceps unless they start to build scar tissue and get lumpy, and then I'm gonna switch to other spots like lats, delts. And the oils, what I'm gonna be doing is a gram of test, 350 tren, and 450 or 500, I think 500. We'll do 500 masked P. And then Anadrol, I'm gonna be using Anadrol. I'm gonna start out with 50 a day, and then I'm gonna up it to 100 eventually. We'll see how my appetite holds up on that. But another thing I have is GHRP6 and CJC no DAC coming in the mail in a couple days. So I'm gonna throw that in. That'll help my appetite. From the appetite, my appetite gets curbed from Anadrol for sure, especially at the higher doses. So I'm gonna be using the GHRP6 as an appetite stimulant. And then yeah, so also I have a little bit of GH left. I'm ordering more. It's generic GH. I'm using 5 IU a day. So with the GH and the peptides, I'm using 5 IU a day of the GH, and then 250 mcg of each, CJC, no DAC, and GHRP6. I'll be doing that twice a day. And then insulin. So post-workout, 5 days a week, insulin. I'm gonna be taking 5 units of insulin post-workout and 5 units in the morning, actually, with the GH. With my 2 shots of GH split up, 2.5, 2.5. So that's gonna be with insulin, and I'm gonna up the GH and insulin towards the end of this. Either up the peptides and do it 3 times a day, or up the GH a bit and add in maybe a little bit more insulin. Do 10 units for maybe the last 5 days of this 2 weeks. I have a Arimidex as needed, 0.5 of Arimidex as needed. So I'm also gonna be doing 600 mgs at L-carnitine, pre-workout, 5 days a week. I got some telmisartan on hand. I'm probably gonna use 40 milligrams of telmisartan. I usually don't even need blood pressure meds. My blood pressure stays pretty low on cycle. With the Anadrol and the high test, we're gonna see in the trend if it goes up a little. So I have this on hand. I'll probably use 40 if anything. Glutathione coming as well. I'm gonna use glutathione probably 3 days a week, 200 milligrams of glutathione. So now I'm doing a pretty decent sized bowl of oats, a couple sweet and lows, and then I'm gonna have another shake that was just like the shake I showed you before. You stole my seat, Willie. Good boy. All right, so we're doing another shake. Did I mention I do use PB2 and protein? I use just a little bit of protein, like a quarter to half a scoop. It's mostly real food, eggs, all that. Like I said before, everything that was in it before is in it now. All right, so I took my GH, my Slin, and some salt. So I took like 1.5 grams of sea salt and a little bit of a pre-workout. I'm going to the gym, Ultraflex. I completely forgot to take 50 milligrams of Anadrol. I'm pretty pissed, but I'll just have to take it post-workout today. So I'm now at my parents', just cooking up some fish meals, and we're smoking some weed. You gotta sit. 100 pack. So no clue how many calories of fish and fries, rice, all peas, all kinds of stuff, chicken wings that I just had, but we're not. That's the point of the mass blast. We're not counting calories. We're gonna go by the mirror, the scale, and we're just gonna eat in a bulk until we see some fat coming on, and then we'll maybe pull back a little bit, but still, you know, go for mass for these 2 weeks, and then we're gonna refine it after. Extra groceries. Alright, about to have this tuna roll. Give him this drink just because I got him at Shaw's.